Hey YouTube, it's Dan. I'm back for another video. I know it's been a while since I've done a video. In all honesty, it's just I've been busy. But, you know, now I'm not so busy and I finally have content again to do a video with. I'm not doing another one of my DVD updates right now. I'm actually doing a little video because this is going to be going on a post up on Reddit.com, which is a site that I recently started using and I'm really enjoying my time on that site. This is for the subreddit DVDCollection. Hi guys. You probably have seen me post around on Reddit a little bit if you're watching this video from the post on the subreddit that I'm putting up after I film the video. I'm HWLights92 on Reddit, and this month I decided that I was going to partake, or this week, I'm still learning how it works. They do DVD spotlight collection spotlights, and I decided to partake in this one, which is top 5 blind buys. Now, I want to apologize for the speed at which I'm talking and the quality of the video, but I'm recording this with my iPhone, and I was trying to do it in HD, and I ran out of memory on my phone, so I want to try and breeze through this as quick as I can so I can get this up for you guys and I can get some feedback. For those of you who aren't familiar, though, I have a very large DVD collection. This is just the tip of the iceberg behind me. Just a quick rundown of what you're seeing behind me: wrestling DVDs, Simpsons, and Family Guy. A couple of TV shows that I like. On the very bottom is more wrestling. And then over here we have my Blu-ray collection on these 3 shelves, some miscellaneous Lego stuff, an Art of Jen Tracy print from Portal. While we're talking about the Lego shelf behind me, little Back to the Future Lego DeLorean set up like the one from the second film. Pretty awesome. And then all of my superhero movies on these bottom 2 shelves. So without further ado, my top 5 blind buys. Number 1, I know this movie really is probably something that's aimed more at the female audiences than the male audiences, but As Good as It Gets, starring Jack Nicholson, Helen Hunt, and Greg Kinnear, directed and produced by James L. Brooks, who, you can see I'm a big Simpsons fan. You know, he works on The Simpsons, so that's one of the reasons I wanted to check this out. I also wanted to see us become a big Jack Nicholson fan. I really enjoy the work that Jack Nicholson does, and this movie did not disappoint. It's incredibly funny. Sometimes it can be a little offensive towards certain groups of people, but overall, this is just a fantastic movie, and I was happy when I found a used copy really cheap. The second one is actually one of my all-time favorite movies ever since I discovered it a few years ago, though this isn't the release that I had originally picked up, and that is Pulp Fiction, which is Quentin Tarantino's finest film. It stars Samuel L. Jackson, John Travolta, Uma Thurman, Harvey Keitel, Bruce Willis, Ving Rhames, Eric Stoltz, Christopher Walken, and it's got a fantastic cast. It's one of his best movies. It's got a lot of quotable lines that you hear people using. And this is just one of my favorite releases of it. I happened to get on Black Friday really cheap. If you haven't seen this movie, I suggest checking it out. Quentin Tarantino is actually now one of my favorite directors ever since having seen this film. And then behind me you can see I also have, let's see real quick, Kill Bills Volume 1 and 2. And I believe that's all of the stuff that I have on Blu-ray. Everything else I have is on DVD, which is going to be on a different shelf, which I will show off eventually. Number 3 is a television series. I'm assuming these count since it is DVDCollection. Big Bang Theory Season 1. Now what happened with this was, I've been hearing about the show for a long time, and I've been compared to a lot of the characters on the show. I decided to go out, pick up a season of it, and just see what it was all about. It turns out this show is absolutely hilarious, completely blind bought it, having never seen it before, and this is actually one of my favorite sitcoms now, because I can relate to almost every character on the show, except for Raj. You know, Big Bang Theory, though, great show. Number 4 is a Christmas movie, actually, that I had picked up around the holidays, I want to say 2 years ago, back when I was working in a movie store, but I actually didn't buy it at the movie store. I bought it at Walmart in the bargain bin, and that is National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. Again, this is why I never had the patience to sit down and watch on VHS when we had it growing up, so I'd never seen it before, and I decided to grab it when it was dirt cheap. This is very funny. Again, if you haven't seen this, I suggest watching it. I apologize that I'm not really getting into details on these movies too much. It's kind of hard when you're just trying to go through a brief spotlight rush. I will do more in-depth videos later on certain things. And finally, I'm counting this collection. This is Star Trek, the original motion picture collection, and this also happens to be what got me started on Star Trek. Got this dirt cheap when I was working at a movie store. Yeah, that was a fun year for my DVD collection to grab. For those of you who aren't familiar with this set, it has Star Trek The Motion Picture, Star Trek II The Wrath of Khan, Star Trek III The Search for Spock, Star Trek IV The Voyage Home, Star Trek V The Final Frontier, Star Trek VI The Undiscovered Country, and The Captain's Summit, which was a round table with William Shatner, Leonard Nimoy, Jonathan Frakes, I forget which captains I already said, but it's William Shatner, Leonard Nimoy, Jonathan Frakes, and Patrick Stewart, moderated by Whoopi Goldberg. So those are my top 5 blind buys. And what are your top 5 blind buy DVDs that you have bought in the past? Either post them over to Reddit as a collection spotlight. Remember to use brackets collection spotlight at the beginning of your post, or post them in the comments below. Feel free to follow me on Twitter. That's twitter.com/Dan Stransky. And until next time, this is Dan signing off. I'll see you later.